And welcome back to the Crypto Hawk program. It's starting to get pretty real at this point. I think it's pretty clear to you. There is some very rocky roads ahead. Now is the time to truly be able to see what is going on. Now is the time. We just had the chairman. Let's look right here real quick. We just had the chairman of the Commodity Future Trading Commission tell us crypto regulations could be sitting on Trump's desk in 2 months. There's the article right there. Crypto legislation could reach Trump's desk in the next couple of months. They're talking about a gold standard, everybody. The United States, if we have these crypto laws, this regulation, we'll call it, this is going to be the world's gold standard. I'm going to show you something today, and you're going to see this. They're doing something, and we're going to go over what I see they're doing. Now's the time where you need information. It's because here's the deal. What you got to do, like with me, I see things in advance. I get all set up and I get prepared and I sit and I wait because I already know where this goes. I don't know all the details and how this and how that and when that. That doesn't matter. What matters is we see where it's going. Now, sometimes I send out alerts and stuff. Oh, check this out. But what I'm going to show you today is I think in the next couple months, we are getting set up for something to happen. And there's going to be some ups and some downs that are going to occur. And you're going to need information. So you better watch the channel real tight and watch close. So that's the commodity future. He's telling you, hey, next couple months, we're going to have the gold standard. Now, I'm going to show you today during my program. Next, we got this Jeffrey Epstein thing going on. Here's a CBS article right here. I normally will never use CBS News. I want you to look here. Epstein involved. Now, this article is dated a couple days ago, February 3rd. Epstein invested alongside top Silicon Valley names, including Coinbase. Coinbase is tied in with BlackRock and Goldman Sachs. This is all the way to the top. Now, if we look in here, it's showing you how you got Andreessen Horowitz in here, you guys. All of what we're talking about, this Epstein guy is all the way deep down. He wasn't just some, let me tell you something. He wasn't a dummy, and he wasn't only a sex pervert, okay? He had a lot of intelligence. He pulled off a mastermind thing. He was tied in real deep with people. And I think the crypto market right now is showing you're going to need to know. I'm going to show you today, and there's other things that I can't show today. I'm going to show you today how deep all this goes. And this is very important information. There's that article with Epstein. Now, lastly, J.D. Vance. That's the vice president. He's in real deep with Peter Teal. That's one of the PayPal Mafia founders. That's how Vance got elected, as Peter Teal came in and started donating money to his campaigns. Like in Ohio and stuff, helped him beat out the people that were there in Ohio so that he can get up. All this is planned out. J.D. Vance needed money. Vance, his most prominent benefactor, the one who gave him the most money over the years, Peter Teal. Oh, man. And I'm going to show you a connection today. I'm not just ranting and raving. The reason I'm showing you all this background stuff, look, Crypto Hulk looks at stuff that nobody else is looking at. I look at stuff at first, you're like, well, there's no connection there. And then later on, a year later, 2 years, you start seeing, oh, damn, Crypto Hulk was exactly right. That's how it works. You're not going to see all this stuff. This is what I do all day, is I look for stuff, all the connections nobody else sees. That's why I'm positioned before. That's why we got all these cryptos we've gone over well in advance of everybody else. So I'm looking at connections. You've got Peter Teal, who was on a mission years ago to get Vance elected as the VP. Peter Teal goes all the way back to like 1999 and stuff, everybody. Close to 30 years ago with payments with the PayPal and sending of they were sending money through Palm Pilot phones, sending money to email, bypassing banks. They had all this PayPal mafia figured out. Paul Atkins in charge of the SEC. He was one of the PayPal mafia friends. He was right in there. All these things. Epstein came in later. This is what we're going over today. Let me start off. My name is Crypto Hulk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about finances. I don't know anything about anything about the only thing I know is getting really high with my two bosses here, Chucky and the other one. Oh, dang. Let me write this down. We got another member. That's what I'm going to tell you what. There's a lot of stuff going down right now, and people are wanting to join the, you know what? I knew a couple days ago, things are starting to get real rock and roll, okay? Good and bad's happening, some really weird, and what I feel would be a smart decision, instead of waiting before it's too late, I decided, you know what? I'm going to have a 3-month membership for the $500. That way, because all this stuff happening right now with Bitcoin, probably, I don't know, maybe it disappears. I don't know. It's looking very crazy how it used to be like, what, 130, and now it's like 60 something thousand or less. And Michael Saylor just lost 12 million. Are you seeing something like right now? Now is probably a good time if you want to get a membership to do that. So what I decided to do was this. It's kind of like, instead of just getting a membership for a month, let's do this thing for 3. That way, you're covered all the way to May 5th. So when these crypto laws hit, maybe before, maybe a little bit after, but right in this, you're going to be covered for like 3 solid months. And all you got to do is pick up the phone, call Crypto Hulk, text me. I got one guy that just joined yesterday. Well, I don't want to, not him, but this $500 person yesterday said, I'm glad I'm a member because I've lost. He didn't want to tell me how much money he lost. He made a trade. This is before he was a $500 member. Here's the reason he joined. He didn't want to tell me how much. I think he lost 10 to 15,000 on a trade. And he's like, man, if I would have just talked to you, that shit wouldn't have happened. He said, I've been watching you, I think, since like October something of last year. So it's not too long, like just a few months. And he was into some kind of crypto. I'm like, why would you ever? So I said, look, man, now you're covered 3 solid months. I don't know how to swap things off. Dude, you know what? We'll go over everything. There's nothing to worry about. All the shit's too easy. Okay. Because what he did is he had like Ethereum and I forgot what he did, but he tried to turn Ethereum into something else and just lost like a lot. He didn't want to say how much because I don't know, he didn't want to get embarrassed or something. But like when you get this $500 membership, you got 3 solid months, dude. We can go over everything. And he was trying, it was funny. We're talking, he's trying to, can you show me this? And I said, look, you got 3 months. So call me in a couple days. We're going to talk on Saturday. We're going to work shit out on Saturday. And I said, we'll go over every single concern you have. We got plenty of time. We got months to go over all this shit. You're going to be just fine. And I think he was like, whew, right on. Because he was worried about shit. I said, the first thing we're going to learn how to do is swap and trade and move shit around and do all these things. Because we very well may have to shift. I see there's some stuff happening. I told him I'm not afraid, but I'm concerned about the crypto market. I've never been concerned in 5.5 years at all. Just, it's been boring and nothing happening. Now I'm seeing some things that are concerning. And I said, it's a good time that you joined up. So let me write in this person here. Big Daddy's Crypto. And welcome. Looking forward to all the Hulk's insights. You're going to be A-okay, my friend, till May 5th. Now, after that, I can't promise you you're outside. Unless you want to hook up again, that's fine. I don't know if I'm not going to have this 3-month deal, guys. I just know some bad shit's going to go down. I already know. I mean, y'all kind of can see it. When I go over this article here, you're going to see all the connections. I was talking about earlier, Peter Teal and all this, Jeffrey Epstein. You're going to start seeing all this. Like, this is all part of a plan. I was working on this last night, trying to deep dive. What is going on? Because I'm trying to figure out what's their fucking angle here. What are they doing? Who's connected? I don't have all these answers. But I'm starting to build an understanding of what I'm seeing. And I'll tell you guys that as I find out more. Now, if you wanted to contact me, first thing you do, just you can go, if you were already a previous member, you can either Zelle me some money, or you could do the donation on YouTube, your choice. Some people just don't want to go on the YouTube thing. They just rather Zelle it or whatever. That's a donation. When that money is donated, there's no kind of membership. There's no kind of service exchange whatsoever. It's just strictly you're donating the money because you love the channel. You want to help me. And then I'll just happen to have your phone number. We can chat about things. Let's go with my X page if you want to get a hold of me there. Let me click on my profile, give you the exact link. It's going to be, let me do a copy paste. Alrighty then. Robert wants to know, how do I send the donation on the live? Well, first you have to download YouTube to your phone. I know it sounds weird, but if you're on a computer, you got to go to your phone, download YouTube, make a username and a password. Then when you do that, like I'm on the show right now, I look to my right. There's a little chat box where you can type in something. It's about that long. Then you got a smiley face. There's a dollar symbol and then a plus symbol. If you're not seeing those three right there, then you got to download YouTube to your phone. Once you've done that, you push the dollar symbol and it says show your support for @TheCryptoHulk. You'd click that and then you can do a super chat. You click on that and then you put in how much you want to pay. Sometimes it might not allow you to do the $500 all at once. You could try the 500. If it don't work, after that, maybe try 200. But don't put the same amount. Don't do like 200, 200, 100, because then it starts noticing a pattern. It'll shut it off. So you'd have to go like 200, maybe 175. So now we got 375, and then do 125 after that, and then bam. But some people can do it. YT doesn't want you to know this information, so they're going to make it as tough as you can. If you've already been a member and you want to try out this member, you already have my access numbers. You can Zelle me it, but text me first. I'll be going to Wells Fargo today to figure out why my phone I was having some problems getting Zelles. I was able to send. There are some people that messaged me. They were past $500 members. They're like, shit, I want the 3 months now. So I could send them. I sent them test money, like $1. So just to make sure, so it worked, but they couldn't send the money back. And then I'm like, so I got to go to my bank, find out what's going on. But yeah, just that's how you do it. Just click on that money symbol. And so, yeah, Robert, how do I send donation on the live, the mobile app? I'm ready with my 500. Just, yeah, you got to download the mobile app and then see that money symbol right there. That's how that's done. Oh, okay, hold on. Because I'm just seeing there's been nothing like this in crypto I've ever seen. Like I'd love to see Bitcoin go to 0, but maybe it goes to 1 million. See, this is what I'm talking about. There's so much weird shit going on that now's probably a time, at least for the next few months, now's the time to just know that if something weird shit happens, or you see something bad, or you want to send me something, say Crypto Hulk, then all you gotta do is this. It's that fucking easy, because over the next, I see something going on. There's this, I think we all kind of see some maybe good shit and bad shit happening. Maybe the bad shit happens first and the good happens from it. I don't know, but sometimes people send me stuff and I can look at whatever your friend sends you, you can send to me and be like, Crypto Hulk, what is this? And I could look at it and grok it and be like, okay, that's what it means. Somebody sent me something the other day. I said, that means nothing. That's total bullshit. Don't even worry about it. Ed 105 boys. Welcome to the Crypto Hulk channel. Ready for Hulk Academy. It is. It's like a school. It's work. But through all of this, I'll figure something out. If I don't know the answer today, that's just how I am. Like, I'll figure it out. So you said Root was good. Root is hooked up with Metaverse. It's really good. Find anything bad about Root. Go find something that's bad about Root. I'm not saying there's not. Just I want you to find something bad about Root. Okay. Now my Instagram, I just shared the X page. If you're a brand new $500 person, Instagram. Let me show you the Instagram. Let me go to my profile. There it is. Copy and paste. So we got Ed, Mr. Ed, and Big Daddy. Congrats. You're going to have an easy 3 months. We're not going to trip on anything at all. You're going to know in advance on stuff, and we'll be able to pivot, shift, whatever we got to do. Maybe take advantage of something, get in and get out of something. So everything is going to be A-okay. Let's see. Stephen Morris. We got Roberto. Okay, let me start with this. I'm going to show you this little connection here. Oh, wait. Is Silo still a good buy? It went hella down. Here we go, price. And I'm not putting you down. It's just if you know enough of what I know, one of the best ways is to become a 3-month member. God, think of all the information you're going to get in 3 months. You're going to fucking know a whole lot of shit. You wouldn't even ask such a question. I'm not putting you down at all. It's just Silo. I'm not getting into Silo right now, but I own it. I got zero concerns. Show me all the negative stuff about Silo. It's one of these things where that one's you're going to have to kind of see how it goes. I'm not getting into it now. We've already talked about it. I could deep dive it another day, but I'm not selling it. I own it, and I'm just waiting for it to have real world use case. So I own it. I'm sure I got 50 or 100,000 of them, or I got to look. Let me look. right. I mean, everything's down. I mean, look, Bitcoin is down like 50%. I think almost every crypto is down 50, 60, 70%. So I don't understand your point. It's down a lot. Yeah, well, so is everything else. So that's whatever you just said, that doesn't mean anything. Everything's down a lot. I mean, now's your opportunity. If you wanted to get into it, now's a great fucking time to get it. Yeah, Silo. I got well over 400,000 of them. I don't care what the price is. That shit doesn't matter. All this right now is real world use case. So buy that shit. It's like you could be broke. I think I got $15 on it, and I got like 300,000 of them or something. All right, here's the article right here. Let me do a copy paste. All right, this is huge. Donald Trump, UGE, huge. The White House, oh God, here we go. The White House is crafting, they're making a sweeping quantum executive order as Congress eyes the NQI reauthorization. I want you to see, this is this is so awesome. I told you before anything was out, we even had a talk, I think about a year ago, maybe, 8 months or a year ago. And we were talking with Caleb Brown about quantum threats and stuff. And Caleb Brown's part of the industry. And of course they acknowledged, yes, there's a quantum threat. It's years down the road, long time stuff. All these investment companies, I'm not just poking at Caleb Brown, saying all of them. Nobody about a year ago, except Crypto Hulk, but I'll tell you something about Crypto Hulk. 5.5 years ago, I started Crypto Hulk show. I bought my crypto, all of it in 3 months. So June, July, August. I think I was done buying all my crypto August of 2020. The reason I stopped, I was afraid of a quantum computer hacking and taking all my shit. I didn't keep anything on an exchange. I have it in a nano hardware ledger. And I was like, damn, this quantum. See, I was already worried about that shit in 2020. That's why I said it doesn't make any sense for me to keep buying more and more and more crypto if somebody's just going to hack it and steal it. So what did Crypto Hulk do 5.5 years ago? Start buying gold. Oh, shit. When it was cheap, 17, 1800 an ounce. It was about 17-ish. Yeah, 1700-ish. I already knew. That's how Crypto Hulk is. Like years in advance, I'm like, okay. And I already knew that there's going to be a black swan, which I feel we're into right now. We're walking right into it right now. If you look around, this shit is fucking nutso, okay? Never been like this at all in 5.5 years I've seen. I have never seen shit like this, okay? Like, I'm telling you, I'm not scared. I'm very concerned, all right? There's a difference. Being scared is one thing. Like, oh, my God. I'm concerned, like, whoa, okay. There's something in this whole world of crypto and government and Epstein and all these kinds of Bitcoin developers. All this kind of shit. I'm like, this is starting to get real concerning. Like, damn, man. Stuff could move real quick in a bad way. So what we got here is the White House is preparing a comprehensive executive order. This is talking about quantum threats, everybody. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if this sucker got let loose. Is quantum shit? I don't know. Maybe it's not. It wouldn't surprise me. So this is where I'm at. I'm at a point now where I'm kind of concerned because I got some shit on a hardware ledger. I'm like, fuck. Like, man. No, and we also got Fireblocks. I trust that more than my ledger. But I don't have everything in Caleb Brown, and neither does Jim Bazzini or whatever. So it's kind of like, fuck, man, what do you do, right? I'm going to get hit and punched, and I'm going to get some body blows, okay? That's how I'm not walking through this thing. I know I'm probably going to get kicked in the nuts, fall down on my ass, maybe get a black eye and a broken tooth, all right? I already know. So all that shit can heal. And now I guess you can grow teeth now, too. They got this shit where you can grow a brand new tooth, so I won't be toothless. See, this is just how I am. Expect we're going to get knocked around and banged up and shit like that. You want to move through crypto? You need to be tough, man. I'm not hoping bad shit happens. I have in my mind, this is how Crypto Hulk works. I have in my mind, I'm walking down this road. I'm dealing with all kinds of shit. Someone comes up to try to kick me in the nuts, whatever, boom, boom. I'm going to be fighting. And in my mind, I might be taking hits and getting hurt here and there, but I keep going. This fucker doesn't stop. I'm going to keep going like I always do. Like I've been working out for 41 years coming up. 6 days a week, 41 fucking years. Just how I do it, man. The day that I rest is when I'm 6 feet under with Jesus, all right? Other than that, I'm on a mission to help you all figure out what the fuck is going on. And let's get through this, Crypto Hulk. What do we do? That's what I spend my days on observing. We got right here, Trump is going to release a quantum computer executive order. We see all this. You got the House Space and Technology Committee, all these things right here. I'm going to show you a synopsis. I'm going to go through right here my deep dive on this quantum. I'm going to show you who the players are, and you're going to see some connections. Let's go with this. I showed you the article. Let me tell you about the deep dive. The White House draft executive order on quantum technology. It's referenced as the Quantum EO Project executive order. Represents a major federal initiative to court. See, they're getting ready, everybody. They know this quantum threat's coming. Maybe this is the actual black swan. I know we've entered the black swan storm. We are not at the epicenter. We are not the center of this storm. We've just hit it, and the waves are starting to splash up, and the winds are getting strong, and shit's starting to fly. I want you to mentally picture yourself going through a shit storm, and you're going to keep going. You fall down, you're going to crawl a little bit, you're going to get back up, and you're going to keep going. You're going to keep just driving and driving and driving no matter what kind of bad shit happens. Okay, that's the whole goal, is to scare the fuck out of people. But guess what? I gave up my fucks 5.5 years ago when this channel started to shadow ban me. I don't have any fucks to give anymore. They're all done. They've done all the shit they can do. I'm still here, and I'm still going, and I'm still walking every day on my journey. And yes, it's very difficult. It's probably an uphill battle every day. Well, that's going to make me stronger then. It's a United States leadership, okay, the United States leadership in quantum information sciences. While not a cryptocurrency or blockchain project itself, this quantum executive order has implications for fintech, blockchain, and crypto ecosystems. Due to quantum computing's potential to disrupt current cryptographic standards. They talk about RSA and ECC via Shor's algorithm, listen to this right here, rendering many blockchains vulnerable to attacks. Oh my God, crypto. I think this, I told you already, war's messy, you know, especially when it gets nukey. Everybody's got to breathe that shit, and it goes in our oceans and then our fish, and then we got to catch cancers. And there might be some kind of conflict. I don't see it going nukey. So that would be kind of good. I don't want to get into where I see who's going to get boom powed. I don't want to start talking about all that shit. But I think that's going to be a part of it. But but nothing nuki. We do know that I just said RSA and ECC. I want you to think Bitcoin and Ethereum got major problems right now. See, I want you to see what's going on. This is what I dig deep on, and I found. We're noticing the big two cryptos, Ethereum and Bitcoin, they're taking massive hits right now, aren't they? Is it possible because the whales, is it possible mainstream America, the people that speculatively, look, you and me invest in shit, I'm not afraid. I don't invest in dumb shit. Every single crypto we've talked about had use case, partnerships, fine. I'm not saying every crypto we've ever talked about, we pumped, dumped. I'm not saying everyone will be super successful and make you rich. What I'm saying is we go over cryptos that have real world use case and partnerships on this program. Now, you can call them whatever you want. Pump, dump, shilling, whatever. We discuss cryptos that have solid use case and solid connections on this channel. That's what we do. Now, I can't predict whether they're all going to be successful. I can't predict that. I don't speculate. When I invest because I know. When I invest, I don't trade. There's a difference, big difference. Crypto Hulk, the price of this one's down. Look, I don't care. I'm an investor. If you want to get like Crypto Hulk, we invest in real world use case. I invest for when this crypto gets released, when this executive order gets released, when in 2 months, when there's a crypto bill on the president's desk, just like the CFTC chairman guy said, there is something getting put together here right now. Trump's coming out to release a quantum executive order. They're doing this because this is a threat. They're not doing this because this shit's going to happen 20 years from now. No, this stuff's coming out now because I feel in the next, I don't know when, there's going to be some kind of threat that's going to happen with quantum. They're talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum. You wonder why they're starting to dump right now? Maybe because there's people that are speculative, the billionaires that are speculative that bought into Bitcoin and Ethereum right away, they're like, oh shit, this quantum report specifically mentions Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to get fucked, okay? Those exact words Trump used. I've heard Trump use the F word before. Now, it might have been through AI. They threw that in. But it's okay. This is what I'm showing you here. This could, what we're talking about here, attacks such as forging signatures or rewriting transaction histories. Rewriting. That means you get a quantum computer, you go to the Bitcoin blockchain and undo shit and then rewrite transactions. This is not Crypto Hulk saying this. This is what is in the quantum report, dude. If you invested in dumb shit crypto like Ethereum and Bitcoin, that's your fucking problem. I'm just telling you right here. They're talking about quantum computers forging signatures. So maybe in the event of like in Ethereum, signatures being forged. And in the case of Bitcoin, what do they say here? Rewriting transaction histories. Oh, shit. Maybe the speculative investors in Ethereum and Bitcoin, they heard this. They heard, there's rich people that got in early because they don't know a fucking thing. They got billions and billions of dollars and they don't know shit about tech, right? Okay. So they all speculated and got into Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now the president comes out in this order and tells you RSA and ECC are susceptible to what? Forging signatures and rewriting transaction histories. These billionaires are scared. They're like, oh shit, what have I gotten into? I'm not worried. Quantum computing shit, I'm not worried. Well, kind of. All right. I know I'm going to take some hits. some of my cryptos are going to get fucking destroyed, like eliminated. It's very possible. Let's get a little more specifics. The White House Office of Science and Technology, the draft executive order tasks the OSTP, that's the Office of Science Technology Policy, OSTP director. His job, and I'll give you his name in a minute, it's Michael Kratsios. Michael Kratsios is given the task of setting, this is massive right here, setting the vision for the United States quantum leadership. Whoa, man, imagine that kind of a job. Boy, if you fuck up, wow. I wouldn't want that dude's job. He can have it. Now, here's this guy, Michael Kratsios. Trump picked him. Why did Trump pick him? Well, I don't know, Crypto Hulk, because he's buddy-buddy with Peter Teal. What? Telling you, that's what Crypto Hulk does. That's what Crypto Hulk does. Now, how did J.D. Vance get? We talked about J.D. Vance at the beginning of the show when I was trying to sell my membership, when I was trying to shill my membership, my 3-month membership. Why did I bring up J.D. Vance? Because Peter Teal was right there helping J.D. Vance be vice president. Now, Peter Teal is buddy-buddy. Well, he's been buddy-buddy. He's an old school buddy-buddy with Michael Kratsios. He's only setting the quantum computer policy for the United States. That's not a big deal, Crypto Hulk. Those are rookie numbers, right, Stephen Morris? Right here, Michael Kratsios, director of the Office of Science and Technology Policy. He is directing. Peter Teal's buddy just happens to be this Michael Kratsky guy. Peter Teal's buddy just happens to be the vice president. Peter Teal's buddy just has to be running the SEC. Paul Atkins, that's Peter Teal's buddy from back in the PayPal Mafia day, everybody. Are we starting to see a connection to Peter Teal here? Are we starting to see a connection to the old PayPal Mafia, Silicon Valley? Do you see all this? I want to show you all the connections. That's my job, to let you see what's going on. We've got the right people in office. Trump put, however it may be, these people were not players until Trump showed up. They've got the most competent people setting all this up to save the country. That's what all this is. The OGs of cryptocurrency, they're all here, the Three Musketeers. Now, Michael Kratsios is involved in leading the quantum effort alongside the Commerce and the OMB, Office of Management of Business. Now, the past work, this guy, Michael Kratsios, used to be the White House Chief Technology Officer under Trump on his first term. Now he comes back, and he's going to be the guy who wrote the quantum executive order. Trump signed executive orders on digital assets, AI, signaling support for tech innovation, including quantum. Let's dig a little bit deeper on this guy, because I'm going to show you something here. Trump has a council. Trump has a council to help him figure out all this stuff. He's got 24 members from academia, that means colleges, industry, and government helping him. This focuses on quantum AI and biotechnology, huh? What does that have to do with quantum? Are they going to re-engineer us people to turn us into robots? You got biotechnology, folks. AI, quantum, and biotech. I'm kind of seeing a quantum computer utilizing artificial intelligence to re-engineer life. Kind of scary. I'm glad I'm 55. Hopefully I won't have to see all this shit come true. Make it like 30 years down the road or some shit. I probably won't be. It'll probably be like 10 years from now. They'll probably make a new Crypto Hulk that doesn't cuss. That's how you know that's a fake one, all right? When that one doesn't cuss. Now, who's all involved in this? You got the OSTP, obviously. The Department of Energy is involved. That's pretty massive right there. You got the Department of Defense. They're involved. Oh, man. The Department of the Commerce. We got something called NIST, N-I-S-T. We've seen all kinds of stuff with NIST, with Seals Q, haven't we? Well, son of a bitch. Let's take a look at Seals Q real quick. Seals Q. Let me click this article right here. Right here. Let's do a copy and a paste. Look what we got right there. There's Seals Q. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Robert, we got that one? Son of a bitch. Okay, I'm gonna have a lot of work to do here. No complaints. Robert, welcome to my group. I'll do my best to break down and deep dive stuff, and you have to make your own decisions based on your own choice. I'll do all the work and show you all my investigation. And if you want to share stuff with me, send me stuff that helps. Like, I don't know everything. I try to, but I know about that much. Robert, go back into the show, the chat, and find my X, way to contact me through X and Instagram. And I'll try to get back to you right away. If it's on X, you have a choice of sending me a message saying, "Hi, Crypto Hulk, I joined the 500. Then I'll try to follow you, which should allow me and able to send you a message. We've got Whip Dealer. Whip Dealer, you're A-okay. All this shit going on, you got months of free access. Everything's going to be A-okay. Whatever I know, you're going to know. Grab Seals Q. It's on sale, too. Appreciate you. Micah Ward, right on. Appreciate that. Now, Seals Q, the reason I showed you that is Seals Q is mixed up with Hedera. See, man, I'm telling you, we get in early. See, that's why you hook up with Crypto Hulk show. We were in Seals Q, and this shit was like $1.70 or less. Why is Seals Q important? Let's say you're brand new. What's so big about Seals Q? It's a stock. You can buy it on the NASDAQ. A lot of you guys are. It's LAES. NASDAQ, you can buy it on wherever you want. Maybe Kraken might have it or whatever, stuff like that. It's New York Stock Exchange, I think you can buy it or whatever. What they're doing, Seals Q, is utilizing Hedera, who's a Ripple partner and an Algorand partner. It's also post-quantum resistant. A quantum computer will not hack this shit. They're taking all that software and all that cryptography, putting it into a microchip, Seals Q is, putting it on satellites. Defense systems are using it, and we're going to be talking about it in this program today. Not specifically Seals Q, but Hedera is mentioned as a quantum option. Now, there's your Hedera Seals Q. If you scroll down on this page, and you're going to see, I think, an affiliation with NIST on here. This is a 256-bit AES 384-bit SHA-2 hash. And somewhere in here, I think it's NIST. They might mention NIST as a affiliation, that Seals Q is affiliated with NIST or meets NIST standards. But anyhow, I don't have time to show that right now. It is. Okay. Let me go back to the deep dive. Okay, so NIST is involved. NASA is involved. I'm not going to show you now. I don't have time. Where are we at as far as time? 45 minutes. Okay. I already showed you before. NASA was an early partner with Ripple. I'm not going to show you right now. Specifically, NASA had people at Ripple day one. Remember the Ripple Meet the Team? NASA was right there. Okay. That's where all this stuff has been going. I've been showing you that for 3 years. I showed you guys. Nobody else is talking about Seals Q. Crypto Hulk channel is. You guys get in on good cryptos early. The other channels, you know what the other channels call early crypto? Grifting. That I'm grifting or shilling or whatever. Because here's the reason why. Because I'm able to find cryptos when they're cheap. I'm able to find companies on the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ when they're really cheap. So I'm shilling. No, what that is they're fucking lazy and they can't find a fucking thing except making price predictions. Hey, how's that $1,000 XRP doing? Didn't you guys predict that January 1st? $1,000 extra. Maybe you meant $1. Maybe that's what you really meant. Instead of $1,000 by January 1st, 2026, maybe you meant to say $1. And then 2 or 3 weeks ago, these same stupid ass content influencers say, yeah, I see XRP at 3 figures. What? And he said something about 750, right? 750? Was that $7.50 or 75 cents? These people are so fucking stupid and all these price predictions. That's so embarrassing. That's like 80-year-old hooker channel. I'm a crypto hunk. He has more credibility than you. What the fuck? You're so fucking high. Now, let's get back to the facts and leave these stupid, lame-ass crypto influencers. It's not worth my time. Shit for brains. Now, they talk about Constellation DAG. Oh, might want to pick that up. Quantum-resistant blockchain partnerships with the Department of Defense is who? Constellation DAG. That came from the Air Force there, buddy. If you got DAG, that's who's mentioned right in this report. Space Force is mixed up with that. NASA is mixed up with Constellation DAG. You're going to be a fucking wiener. I'm using my South American accent. You're going to be a wiener. Okay? I'm not talking about a wiener, but a wiener. Okay? Crypto Hulk, would you just stop it? You already dug yourself in a hole. Okay, so not only is DAG, D-A-G. Let's take a little looky-loo here real quick. CoinGecko, how much is DAG? Constellation DAG survey says 1 penny, 1.3 penny. Get this shiznit right here. Let me do a copy paste. Oh man, getting that DAG. If you're broke as hell, if you're balling on a budget, there's Constellation DAG. I don't have a contract code because it's on Constellation DAG. Let me click out of that. Go back to the facts. So next, they talk about HBAR right here. Quantum Agile DLT. Hedera is a BFT consensus for immutable timestamps. Ties to government trials. Hedera has ties to government trials. This is specifically talked about in the president's executive order, everybody. DAG, HBAR. Now, what are they talking about? Ethereum Foundation. They did some research on, Ethereum is now prioritizing quantum resistance. They have a strategy, okay? They talk about XRP. What does it say about XRP, Ledger? Building quantum-resistant digital ID. Oh, my God. This is lovely right here. Bitcoin. What does it say about Bitcoin? Vulnerable. Potential need for quantum migration. It's needed. Come on now. Keep it real. Keep it real. So that's what they said. DAG is like totally working with the government, being used. HBAR working with the government with drones, all kinds of SEALS Q satellite. Ethereum's working on quantum resistance. XRP is already good to go, but Bitcoin, they're like, going to be a train wreck unless they get this shit fixed, okay? I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know who's going to do it. Now, there are some quantum stocks that Grok recommends that could be worth money. I don't have the full names of them, but here's the 4-letter tickers if you want to look them up yourself. They might be a good option for some of you. I could also look them up too later, but ONQ, then QBTS, Queen Boy Thomas Sam, RGTI, and QUBT. Those are quantum stocks you might be interested in. Warnings. I'm going to leave that one alone. Social media, government, NASA, FBI is involved in this. This is big. This quantum bill is about national defense, everybody. I just told you what cryptos are going to be utilized for national defense. Right now it's HBAR and DAG right off the top. Ripple's more for like digital identity. Let me continue. And Ethereum's working on something, we hope to God. And then Bitcoin's just kind of sitting there because it doesn't have a developer. Remember, there's nobody that made it. So that kind of sounds like a train wreck right now. That's probably why see, this is what's going on. I already told you, speculative investors who were there early for Ethereum and Bitcoin are now looking at this report saying, oh God, this is not looking good. Yeah. Real world use case is like a flash. It's like you flip the light switch on and all the cockroaches run and hide. Okay. This is what's happening right now. The good crypto, they just stay where they're at. The bad cryptos, they can't handle the light. Threats. Opportunities. Quantum resistant networks like DAG and HBAR for secure data exchange in DeFi, real world asset tokenization, AI, there you go. Tamper proof. It's good for logistics. I'm telling you. Interagency. Department of Energy, private sector. NASA. It's showing all the people involved. FBI, interagency, counterintelligence teams are involved in this. Quantum threat response. I'm telling you, everybody, they're getting set up. There's going to be, I think, a quantum attack, and they're going to have to switch over this new system. I mean, there's a lot of agencies. I'm not getting into all these agencies. Department of Energy, FBI, Congress, CISA, DOD, NSF, and NASA, Hedera government's involved. Ethereum Foundation, internal strategy, NIST, White House related executive orders, and PCAST. Michael Kratsios. So that guy, Trump hired this Michael Kratsios guy. He was born in 1986, so he's probably, I'm 55, so he's 16 years younger than me. Yeah, I was born in 70, so he went to school. Now, I want you to hear something about this guy. He's elected, he's chosen to have the job responsibility of making quantum computer policy for the United States to protect our fucking country. What does he have a degree in? This, I'm going to show you something right here. This is a not what you know, but it's who you know moment. Okay. This guy, okay, think of the responsibility this guy's job is, right? Massive. He's in charge of protecting the country from a quantum threat. Everybody, banks, this, that, everybody's got to be protected. That's SEAL's Q, everybody, by the way. He has a Bachelor of Arts degree. Now, I have a BA in English, okay? A Bachelor of Arts is that. Bachelor's of Science is science. Science-y, kind of like, math, science-y stuff. This guy's got a Bachelor of Arts. Okay, I'll keep it real. It's a soft degree. It's not a hardcore degree. A Bachelor of Arts, there's nothing in Bachelor of Arts that's a hardcore. I got an English degree. It's a soft degree. And then I almost have a double major in psychology. Like, I think I had to take 4 more classes at the time or something. 3 or 4 more classes. So that's another soft degree, bachelor. Well, actually, that's supposed to be science. So Bachelor of Science, Psychology, whatever it is. Those are soft degrees. This guy's got a degree in politics. But he went to Princeton. And he graduated in 2008. Well, that's not that long ago, is it? But look at this guy's degree in politics. Not nuclear science, not software IT. Politics degree from Princeton. Then guess what he did? He went to China, to Tsinghua University, Beijing, and he was a visiting scholar there. That's interesting. Don't we got Ripple China? Yep, that's when Crypto Hulk. See what I'm talking about? That's why you watch Crypto Hulk show, because I can see all this stuff. So after he got a softball degree in politics from Princeton, probably knew a lot of people, went over to China. Probably, I'm not going to get into anything with that. Probably had some voodoo some, or who do some. You do some. And then he ends up getting some jobs in technology companies, which is very interesting because he has a softball degree in politics, right? But as he's working for Barclays and some of these banks, guess who he gets a job with? Peter Teal. Oh. Going from politics, a degree in politics, hanging out in China. Who knows what he was doing over there? Gets a couple jobs at Barclays and Linford Group and shit. And then he links up with Peter Teal. He becomes a principal. He becomes a principal member at Teal Capital. Now, how does a guy that's good in politics get a job at Peter Teal's Capital? That's like an investment where they do all the science-y investment in tech. How do you go from politics? See what I mean? It doesn't work. It doesn't fucking work. I'm not buying it. Then he becomes chief of staff to Peter Teal. Now, all of a sudden, we learned, I told you this morning when we started the show about Peter Teal getting J.D. Vance, this biggest contributor to J.D. Vance's campaigns to get J.D. Vance out of Ohio and up into the vice president with Peter Teal. And Peter Teal and Elon Musk were doing big things 30 years ago. Elon Musk is doing big things today. Elon Musk is doing shit for the United States. I think some of these satellites he's putting up, or he's really doing it for NASA. Maybe NASA takes him over. Maybe the United States government takes over these satellites Elon Musk has for systemically important to the survival of the United States. Damn, Crypto Hulk, this is starting to get pretty real right now. I don't know. Maybe I'm just guessing too much. Maybe it's all the heroin I was shooting into my veins before the show. And that's for show. But I just wanted to show you how this guy who used to work for Peter Teal, used to be his right-hand man, now all of a sudden he's at the presidency. And the vice president, well, he's buddies with Peter Teal as well. Very interesting, isn't it? You aren't going to believe the jobs this guy's had. I don't understand. A guy who has a degree in politics, how do you get all these jobs? Deputy assistant to the president's technology? Like, where'd you learn all this stuff? How did you become assistant? I'm not buying it. I don't understand. He's acting under Secretary of Defense for Research and Engineering with a politics degree? I'm sorry, I got to do this.
That bullshit is toxic. That bullshit is toxic. That bullshit is toxic. That bullshit is toxic.
Why do you have a degree in politics? Why doesn't this guy have like a PhD in quantum computing? Wouldn't that make sense? Wouldn't you want somebody doing this to have a PhD degree in quantum science with maybe a master's degree in, you know what I'm saying, like electrical engineering? Maybe I'm thinking too much. I don't know. A politics degree? Come on, man. That's not even like a real fucking degree. So that is all I'm going to get into with this right there. It just doesn't make sense to me. That's why I had to hit the bullshit meter. But what does make sense are the crypto that they're using. You now know what the names are. I just told you. He took a class with Mr. White Teeth. Barclay's all in China office in Beijing. Oh, we're at 1 hour and 2 minutes. Okay. Maybe he's going to keep an eye on JD. Chad Bates. Oh, damn. We got another one. Good thing I'm going to look up to make sure I read all the comments. Okay. Chad Bates. Scroll up through the chat. Find my X profile and my Instagram and send me a message there. We should be in touch today. But if not, tomorrow or something like that. Okay. So that's the quantum information that I found. They're getting set up for something, I think, something big. All right. I think that'll be a wrap. Let me look at these little comments here real quick. Gold recovery. Then we got driving home. Michael Gilbert's driving home. Gold price is dipping about 500, $400. I think that is it. Robert B., I'm here, ready to learn. I've messaged you on X. Okay, awesome. I'll check back. I'm going to go work out, do a cold plunge, and then be ready to go back to work after that. Fuck the cold plunge. I don't mind doing some legs and shit. Yeah, it's going to suck. That cold plunge. Holy fuck, man. 30-something degree water. I'm like, son of a bitch, dude. Shit never fucking ends. You know, I got to do this stuff because it keeps my body and brain and shit smart, but I got to think positive. 9 minutes of fucking pain to deal with. Hoo-wee. And then I'm kind of shivering cold for like, I got this little tiny heater that I bought. That'll help. But what we got to do. Dag says, Hulkster always delivering the good stuff. Always solid news. Facts. Foundations. I'll see y'all in the next one. Let me end this. I got to go start a thing called life, then deal with shit like everybody else has to. I'll see you possibly in a cold plunge or something later.